Look around you, ask your neighbor, what is money? So that you know that you guys are here. Call the name of that person around you. Call anybody that you see within you that place. Ask that us what is money. Ask Emmanuel what is money. Now, the reason why we started by this money, to know the reason why we started this study by asking what is money, is for us to know what money really is, for us to understand the meaning of money. Now, let me ask another question. That thing you have in your pocket, is it money? That thing you have in your pocket, maybe that red pepper you have in your pocket, is it money? That thing in your wallet, is it money? Yes. Somebody say yes, sir. If that thing is money, if that thing is money, that pepper, if it is money, what do you call what existed before that pepper? Before the existence of this pepper, you say yes, it's money. What do you call what existed before that pepper? I know during our forefathers' time, they have something they are using before the introduction of this pepper you are using now, and say it's money. What is money? Inside your wallet now, if you go to bank, they give you something like plastic. They call it ATM card. Is that ATM card money? If you can define what is money, you are good to go. Now, if ATM card or that credit card, it's money, why are you still poor? You can just use it, go anywhere you want to, go buy anything you want to buy, secure anything you want to secure. Make sure you succeeded with it. Just try and use it, go outside and see if you just buy bread with it. If something is not inside it, you cannot use it, it's not money. Now, that checkbook you have, when you register an account, that checkbook they give you, is it money? If it is money, why can't you light off all your needs? You just tear out one and say, I need this amount of, I need this to cover me, just light it off. Now, let us examine what is money. This will take us to the evolution of money. This will take us to the evolution of money. Amen. Am I communicating? Okay, now, the first evolution, we are studying money. Please stay with me. Follow me gradually, because we are studying. We are not reading. The first evolution is what we call hunter era or caveman era. At this era, there is nothing like clothes. People are naked. There is nothing like shop. This era, this hunters era, the time people are inside bush chasing animal, chasing animal for living. There is nothing like shop. There's nothing like mall. There's nothing like cars. In US they say, I got a bill to pay. There's no bill to pay. I got a bill to pay. You don't have bill to pay that period of time. There is no class system. Everybody are the same. Once you wake up in the morning, the next thing you just go inside bush and go and fetch a good animal that will sustain you for the day. If you that me, go and ask Isaac and Esau. Jacob and Esau of their own time. They are hunters. Esau was in the bush chasing animal. This is what we call hunter's age. Now, during that time, money, as we are calling it today, we are useless at that point. Money, they don't know anything concerning money. They don't know anything concerning pepper. This pepper you are calling now, they don't know anything concerning money. The only thing they know is that they have to eat food, and that their food is to hunt animals. Am I communicating? At that point in time, if you gave them $10 billion, they will use it to, in fact, they will put fire on it so that they will roast their animal. Because they don't know what is money. Now, in that period of time, people survive by what? By hunting, right? People survive by hunting. Now, you can say that they have energy and they have what? Skill. Because why? They can learn very well to catch an animal, and they have skills how to catch animals. Now, in that period of time, you can equate their energy and their skills as money, because this is what they understand. Now, in these present days, we are getting it gradually, right? We are getting gradually. This present age, you have what we call hard work, and you have what we call smart work. Smart work is equal to skill of that period of that previous years. Today's smart work is equal to their skills, and today's hard work is equal to their energy. Now, if hard work and smart work are still relevant today, why are people still looking for paper money? Why can't you go and get a skill or have a handwork or do something that is very nice? Just try to work hard. You will get something. Are we communicating? So, looking at today's present day, you can see that people try to work hard. People try to have skills for them to acquire living. But those days, they don't know what is money. They only have energy, which is equal to our hard work today. They only have skills, which is equal to our smart work today. So this tells you that this paper you are holding saying it's money, it's not money. You need something. You need to change some mentality. You need to upgrade your financial intelligence for you to get something. For you to survive now in this present generation. Now let us look at the second evolution. After the previous one, after the hunting stage or hunting era, now there is another evolution. This evolution is called farming evolution, farming age, or agrarian age. This level now, the second evolution of money, is what we call farming age or agrarian age. Now, in this age, in this stage, people started to discover that the land they were on, or the land they were standing on, is more value, had value that time. So then they discovered that they can be able to sow and reap. They can be able to cultivate something. That is why it's called farming age. Nobody is talking about paper money. Nobody is talking about ATM that time. The only thing they needed is to cultivate something on the land. Once you sow something, you reap something. They were happy at that time. But what happened? As times begin to go, people started to grab enough land. That is when we have what we call class system. People that say, oh, we are not in the same class. I am the chief of this land. I am the royal priest. All these big men of that period of time. Everybody begin to grab enough land from him and their children. You see, the government of those days enter. That is when they say this is the government property, this is government land. Everybody started grabbing land. The more I kind of, let me say, the amount of land you have, you can cultivate something in. It is the amount of land you have. That is to say, one person might have a total land of Beijing in China. If in Nigeria, one person might have a total land of Abuja in Nigeria. One person might have a total land mass of the whole Liberia of that time. Because everybody was grabbing so that they can have much thing to eat. Nobody cares about hunting again. Then they now graduate from hunting to what? To farming. If you are still in hunting age that time, you are just doing yourself. Because nobody talks about hunting that time. Now, people are now talking about farming. Now, at a point, these big men discover that they don't want to suffer their children again. In fact, the land is so big, they can't cultivate it again. They needed some patience. That is why they introduced polygamy. That one, they cannot suffer their one children or two children again. They need more children. They need more children to help in the land. That is why they introduced polygamy. What is polygamy? One man marrying many wives. In other words, polygamy is an economic strategy. Not that I love you. It's not an art of I love you. It is an economic strategy. Polygamy. It's an economic strategy. So people decided to marry more wives, as many as you can, so that they can be able to farm good land. They can, to produce many things. Because the land is too much. One person cannot farm it all. You see what happened? Are we there? Are you still with me? Am I alone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I'm hearing your voice, I know that we are together. Amen. Amen. So these people said the one wife cannot do them because the land is too much. Maybe the child might die, or the mother of the child might die. They started to marry as many as possible so that they can be able to cultivate many things for themselves. Now, at a point, they now said, we have many lands to conquer, and we still have children, but we still need helpers because this land is too much for these kids to cultivate. They now started doing what we call slave trade. The people that have money, I'm talking about people that have money now. the loyal family now, they started doing what we call slave, what is slave trade. They come to your family, ask your mom, please lend us your child. We give you so this thing. You see, so they started buying people that we help them in their farm. That is how slave trade escalates to our various home in Africa. They now say, no, we don't need our people. They now go to our African zone, started collecting people, both by force, both by pay, both by anything, just to go and farm in their land those period of time. You see, so slave trade is like kind of another business policy. It's a kind of another business policy. This is like buying children to work for them as slave. Yeah. Now, at a point, they started to say, maybe one person will have yam, we cultivate yam. The other person will cultivate rice. The other person will cultivate beans. The other person will cultivate onions. They started to say, if I continue eating yam, maybe Kwashiorkor will catch me and my family. They now introduce what he called trade by barter. This thing happens during the second evolution. They now introduce what we call trade by barter. Now, trade by barter is an economic process which involves an exchange. Using what you get for what you want. Maybe you have yam, I have rice. You say, okay, give me yam, I will give you rice. They exchange. They begin to exchange their product. Now the question is, if trade by barter exchange is money that time, why can't you exchange what you have now? Are we communicating? If that period of time they understand what is trade by barter, to exchange what you have to get what you want, why can't you exchange what you have now? The skills you have. Why can't you sell yourself to the world? You have many skills. You have a voice. You can do so many things. Why can't you use your skills to get what money? But we are still searching and chasing paper money. That is why fraud is everywhere, in the searching of paper money. Why we have skills. Why we can be in our house, develop something, and sell it to the world. Exchange. People pay for your value. People pay for your skills. Yes. If you have a skill, people wanted somebody that is much valuable. They pay for it. They pay for your value. Why can't you say your value? Why can't you say yourself? Why are you still poor? Why are we still poor? Because we lack this knowledge. And that is why we have come to deliberate on this school of wealth, so that we will understand what wealth is, how to create this wealth. You cannot just stay in your house and wealth will come. You need to do something. You need to create it. So one of the ways to create this wealth we are teaching you now is to do what? Well, use what you have to get what you want. Like in that previous years, trade by barter. It is a good goal. It's a very nice concept for currency, not paper money. Amen. Are we communicating? You have skills. Remember, the first time they have skills, they have energy. Now, these present days, they cannot exchange what they have to get what they want. Now, you can now calculate what is money. I still ask the question, what is money? Is that paper money? That red paper in your pocket, is it money? Amen. You can now discuss that one.